Hello everybody, this is the Harbinger, and today I want to talk about enchanting strategies for the Windwalker class in IdleOn. There are in principle 4 things I want to talk about, and that is which enchanting stones should you use and why not. The probabilities of success given the use of the best enchanting stones. Optimizing enchanting strategies to save enchanting stones so you have enough of them. And I want to talk about how Elemental Upgrade 17 impacts the overall success rate. I've had the idea for this video for a while now, but I haven't unlocked the Elemental 17 upgrade until quite recently, so I had to play around with that to get understanding of how it worked until I could do the probabilities for it. But now here we are, and let's get it on. We're starting with the basics first. There are 3 tiers of enchanting stones. There is the 60% enchanting stone that has a 60% success chance. There is the 30% success chance stone and the 10% success chance stones. The general thing is that the harder the success, the better the stone is. And you might think that the best course of action is to only use the best stones, and there might be something to that. So if you look at the probabilities for the C tier stone, which is the easiest to succeed on but the worst outcome, we are looking at a ring now. We can see that if you use 3 of these stones, the chance of that to happen, to have 0 successes, is 6.4%, and while you are decently likely to have at least 2 successes. And that sounds pretty good, but the amount of additional stats you get from being lucky with the C tier stone is really low. For example, if you compare with just one success of S tier stone, you get a lot more misc and infinitely more weapon power from 1 S tier stone than from 3 tier C stones. And the chance of just succeeding on 1 stone with the S tier is higher than to succeed with all 3 of the C tier stones. And just comparing these, we can see that, yeah, we should absolutely not even consider the C tier stones. Then we can do the same exercise for the A tier stones, which is the silver ones, the 30% chance to succeed. And we can see here that the best course of outcome here is 3 weapon power and 27% misc, which is about the same outcome as just a single success on the S tier stone. And the S tier stone has 10 times the probability to hit than the A tier stone. So, and the same probability to get 3 successes on the A tier is the same as getting 2 hits on the S tier, and that's just a lot more stats. So again, it's absolutely no reason to do the A tier stones either. And in conclusion, we look at this, and it's basically enchanting with S tier stones is always the superior option, and there is really no reason to use any of the other stones unless you have failed upgrading something prior and you want to you still want to make that item better, but you don't want to use your S tier stones. They are limited in supply, so if you can't get that perfect weapon and you still want to have it a little bit better upgraded, you can consider to use the A tier stones instead. Okay, so we have established that the best course of action is to only use the S tier stones, so we can all agree on that. Now, what is the probability that we get a perfect 3 out of 3 successes on a ring? And the general idea is that we are to get the probability of that, we have to take the chances of getting a 10% success, then getting a 10% success, and then getting another 10% success, and that amounts up to 0.1% chance that every ring you start enchanting will have 3 successes in a row. There is a 2.7% chance that you get 2 out of 3 successes, and there is a 24% chance that you will get only 1 out of 3 successes. And the most likely outcome is that none of your attempts will yield a successful enchant here. So what does this amount to in spent upgrade stones? And this is a pretty significant thing to take in over you, because as you can see in my save here, I have acquired about 1,600 or 1,800 of these enchanting stones while saving up from a couple of weeks now. I haven't bought too many upgrades of enchanting stones drops, but the point is you're limited in how many stones you have. And if you are to enchant 1,000 rings, you need to expect to spend 3,000 upgrade stones for every perfect ring you're getting. And remember, you need at least 2 rings. So you better start saving up unless you can come up with a strategy to spend fewer stones. Okay, so let's look at some conditional strategies now. So in this strategy here, we're just enchanting with S-tier stones no matter what, and we are going to end up spending 3,000 upgrade stones on 1,000 rings for every perfect ring we are getting. But what if you say that you have no intention of spending the final upgrade stone on something that has failed 2 times already? So in this here, we're looking at only if you had at least 1 success in the first 2 attempts, you will try to enchant a 3rd time. Now this will bring up the amount of stuff you are having 0 successes with, because you decide to discard the final attempt. So you remove you remove a few attempts from the 1/3 success and put it into 0.6 successes instead, but the 2 out of 3 successes and 3 out of 3 success probabilities, they stay the same. So if you want strategy that will help you to get either 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3 successes, but spend quite a lot fewer upgrade stones, this strategy could be one for you. But these rings here, you only need it's a decent chance to actually hit 1 in 1,000. So maybe you want to prioritize only upgrading stuff that has at least 1 or at least 2 successes in a row. If you also save stones like this, you will go down from needing 3,000 stones for by upgrading here, and going down to about 12 or 1,100 stones saved. And whether or not you go for a strategy where you only enchant further things that are successful the first time, or if you only enchant things that are successful the first and the second time, you are going to save a lot of stones. But the important part here is that a stop at fail strategy has the same probabilities for the maximum output, because it's 1 in 1,000 no matter what, and you will just save a huge ton of upgrade stones if you use the stop at fail strategy. And if we are using a bow instead of a ring, we get these numbers instead. the chance for a perfect bow is equal to 1 in 100,000, and to get there you need 500,000 upgrade stones just to have a statistically okay chance of hitting one perfect bow, and that is a 20th of a green stack, so that's actually a pretty unlikely scenario. And but yeah, it would be a really good bow if you could manage to hit that. And looking at the same probabilities and the outcomes for the bow enchanting stones, you see that yeah, it's a 1 in 3 chance to hit just one enchant on with an S tier stone, and that's just outright better than all of the C tier stones. And 2 lucky outcomes of the S tier stones is on par or better than all of the A tier stones as well, and it's just a lot more likely than the other things here. So in general, you only want to do S tier stones on bows as well. And here are the probabilities that you can get a decent amount of successes if you stop if you only enchant stuff that already have 1 success, already have 2 successes, already have 3 successes, and already have 4 successes. So it's the same amount of chance that you will get the perfect bow. You're less likely to get the almost as good variants if you are very strict on what you are allowing to go further with, but you are saving a lot of upgrade stones. You basically have to spend 100,000 stones just for the first enchant, but once you can discard 90% of all of the stuff that were unlucky, you can save a lot of stuff. So all in all, also for the bows, using a stop but fail strategy has the same probabilities for a maximum outcome, but it saves a lot of upgrade stones per maximum bow you will get out of it. However, there is another caveat here. Upgrading stuff to become something better than what you already have is still a good idea. One perfect bow is expected to be really rare, and I wouldn't be mad at anybody that still wanted to get something that is better than what they already have, but I think that might be what the A stones are for. If you are enchanting a bow and it can at most become just a little bit better than what you're already doing if you are entirely lucky, maybe you'd use the A stones instead of the S tier stones, because you want to save these for the possibility to hit some of these really good bows, not the okay-ish bows that are just slightly better than what you already have. Okay, but now let's talk about Elemental Upgrade 17. As you can see here, Tempest Stones now have a 50% chance to not use up a slot when they fail. How will this impact the probabilities? And it's a little bit hard to explain how to do this in general, but I think the easiest way to explain it is to isolate the case into what is the chance that just a single upgrade slot gets successful or not successful. So if you have 1,000 tries, you are expected that the first iteration that you're trying, you will have 100 successes and you will have 900 fails. Half of these fails, 450 of them, will fail and spend your upgrade slot, while 450 of these will fail, but it will not spend the upgrade slot. If you take these 450 and you enchant it a second time, you're expected to have 45 successes, and you're expected to have 203 fails where you spend the upgrade stone, and 203 upgrades where you fail but you're not spending the slots, and you take these 203, and so on and so on. So what you do here is you go to the end of the line here, and you summarize all of your successes and all of your spent slots, and then you compare them, and then you see that the increased chance here, or the increased amount of successes here, amounts now to 182. This is 82 more successes per single slot than you were expecting to have earlier, but it's still a considerable amount of chance to fail here. And these ratios, they are the same no matter what kind of number you put into here. You can put in a million, you can put in 9,995. The ratios are the same. So long story short, we are improving the chance of success by 8.2%, but it's still not likely that you are to be successful. But it does increase the chance of maximum success with the only upgrade on lucky outcome scenarios, because earlier we had like in total 1% chance to hit either 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3 successes, but now it's up to 3% chance to hit either 2 or 3 successes here, and these odds are taking you down to having a lot more luck in general. So you will feel a lot luckier, even though the numbers aren't that much increased. If we look at the bow, we can see some significant changes. So earlier we had the ring that increases its chance from 0.1% to 0.6%, which is a 6 times increase. But for the bow, it starts off at a much less likely outcome to have a perfect bow than to have an unperfect bow. And the perfect bow chance without the elemental upgrade 17 is 0.001%, which is 1 in 100,000. And when you get your upgrade chance upgraded from 10% to 18.2%, you actually upgrade the chance to get a perfect bow till 0.02%. And it's still a very unlikely outcome, but it is now 20 times more likely than you were earlier. And yeah, that's really that for the elemental upgrade chance. It is compounding a lot, but it's still really unlikely to get the maximum upgrade chance here. And here is just one more thing I made before I decided to start talking about this, and that is if you have a ring that you can compare to your currently best ring, and you only need one of the upgrade stones to hit to get a better ring than the one you already have. If you need one more success and you have one slot left, that chance is 10%. If you have 3 slots left and you only need one of them to be successful, you have a 1 in 4 shot of getting a better ring if you spend all the slots. And that might be something you want to do to just get better dust, get better damage, or whatever in the short term. Same thing if you need 2 or more successes. It's now a lot less likely that you can get get a better one. So for example, if so I have this guy at 56% chance. If I spent 2 of my things here and still aren't lucky, I can get at most 25% additional misc on this ring, and it will never be better, so it's stupid to spend stones on this. But if I had 2 slots left and I need both of them to be hit, it's a 1% chance that this ring can be better than this ring. I hope that that kind of makes sense. If you have the Elemental 17 upgrade, these chances are improving significantly because you are upgrading your upgrade chance by 80% compared to what it was earlier. So you basically have a lot higher chance to upgrade your stuff because of that. And yeah, this video has been going on for long enough. You will of course find this document in the description down below if you want to check it out for yourself at your own convenience. And with that, I will just say thanks for watching, and Harbinger, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, consider to look at my other stuff, consider to write a comment if you enjoyed this video, like it, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel a lot. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care!